we got a lot to get to, like a lot. All right, this is possibly gonna be possibly one of the longest streams that I've done, talking about comic books, the comic books I bought, the comic books that comic books and just books in general that I've bought. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. Some of the stuff I have shown before, but we never really dove into it. So I'm gonna do more than just like showing y'all what it is and telling y'all what it is. I'm trying to show y'all more of what's inside the books. Some of the stuff I haven't even opened yet, so we're gonna be diving into that. We got some single issues to get into, single hauls to get into. We got some graded comic books to get into. We got some actual hardcover books to get into. We got some comic book sets to get into. And we have, of course, my weekly reads to get into. So it's quite a bit. So let's get into it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the screen so yeah we can really start getting into it. I have my water right here, Lacey. I told you I drank some water, man. I have my water right there. I have my water right there. So let's start with first the weekly reads. Okay, the weekly reads. First of all, on the weekly reads, we got Shadow Man. This is issue number 3. Shadow Man has been doing good. AJ has been writing a great story. The only thing is I don't know how far it's going to go back in reference to the older comic books. I'm hoping that it does, but not too much, because I don't want to rehash a story that I've already known about, you know what I mean? So I'm interested in how that's going to go. I didn't read a lot this week, I'll be honest with you. I've been kind of busy, but I did complete the Species run. Species 1, Species Human Race, issue 1, 2, 3, and 4. This, if you've seen the movie, I think sometime last month I read the first volume of Species, and then I started this run right here, the second run. It's not bad. Toward the end it goes kind of all over the place, but it pieces it together a little bit, so it's a little confusing to a degree, the last couple issues, but it's not bad. This time, instead of it being a woman alien, this is a male alien, and trying to, I guess contaminate the gene pool, whatever, you know what I mean? You're trying to overtake the human race by multiplying with humans. And at this point in the story, he starts at the beginning where he's trying to like kidnap people to do this, or just attract them to him somehow. Eventually he starts to die off, and he has a limited time on Earth to do this task. You find that out, and he's like falling apart throughout the whole series, throughout the run. He's like losing like an arm or a leg, and he's like, at the end of the day, he ends up trying to. The thing is cool about this, though, before I say that, the thing is cool about this is that the female Species, which is in the first run as well as the first movie, when she was trying to find somebody to mate with, there were certain things that she wasn't like, that completely, like, she had like was a red flag for her not to do it, and she didn't do it. Like, it was like people that smoked, or people that had bad hygiene. Like, it was stuff that she was like, okay, we can't do none of this at all. This is not good. This is not going to be beneficial for the baby that I want to have here to repopulate this whole planet. So I'm not going to have this with you. I want to have the cleanest person I can find, the best person I can find. They can't have any diseases or anything like that. And that's what they were doing in this. He was trying to do the same thing. And at one point he got desperate and was just doing that, just having sex with anybody. Only for the baby not to live. But it was interesting. I liked it. It was cool. I wasn't mad at it. I only read 5 books this week. Didn't get a chance to read a lot more because I was buying a lot more than I was reading. Let's be honest here. I would recommend Species. That run is cool. I like the artwork in it, and I do like the storylines. I think they're kind of cool. That Shadow Man book is amazing, though. If you haven't read Shadow Man, I recommend doing that. Now, we're going to get into this haul, man. Look. Look, it's a lot here, okay? Okay, I've been performing in different states, and every state I go to, I try to hit some comic book stores. Of course, I got some books here from Arizona. I went to Arizona for a couple days. Dallas. I was in Dallas for a few days, and I believe Dallas again. Now I think about it, Dallas. Yeah, I went to Dallas twice, so I got a lot of books from Dallas specifically, as well as Arizona, that I'm excited to get, as well as home, as well as me being here. I got a bunch of books from Colorado while I was in here, so let's just get to it, man. Let's get to it. First one, Tales of Paranoia. Now this is a R. Crumb book. What I found about this book is that they ended up having R. Crumb. If you know R. Crumb, he's a really old. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah. If you know about R. Crumb, if you don't, he's an old school illustrator, man. He's doing newspapers and comic books and just artwork for the longest time. Eventually, he stopped putting books out, and they took a long hiatus of not putting anything out. They ended up finding these. I believe that's the story behind it. They found these, and they ended up putting this out recently. R. Crumb was doing comic books way back in the day, so if you were to find this comic book and put it all together in a small little, I say small, this book is not small. I think it's like 40-something pages. It's really cool and interesting. They found them and able to put these together. I don't know if these are new or old. I haven't done too much research on this. It's just something that I would check out. My mic is super low. Is it still low? Hold on. Because it was messing up earlier. That's what it took me so long to even stream, because it was messing up. Still a bit. I have to. It might be time for like a new mic. I ain't gonna lie to you. It might be. And I do talk low, so it's like. Thought I'll let you know. Let me see here. How about now? See, it's still, to me, it's still low. I wish I could turn it up more. I wish I could. I just don't like. I don't know, my voice. I'm just not a loud dude. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was louder, but that's not the case. That's not the case. It's hitting the yellow right now. It's not peaking, which is good. Maybe I'll probably fix it in post. But I want y'all to be able to hear me, so it makes sense. You know what I mean? I just gotta scoot up, I think. I do talk low. I'm just scoot up. Yes, found all these comic books and decided to piece it together. I don't know too much about this. At some point, I'm going to read it and then tell y'all about it, of course, because that's what I want to do. It'll be in a weekly read or something. Following that, I got Cowboys. Put this down here. Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Now, this is book number 2 right here. I got book 1. I bought this off of nostalgia. I believe this was a video game that I played back in the day, just as a side scroller, which I feel like I have to find. I could be wrong in that. Was that a side scroller for that? Either way, cows and bulls that are cowboys, I'm down. I believe this was a cartoon from back in the day that I used to watch as well. I bought book 1, I got book 2, so now I get to actually start the series to see if I actually like it, see where it's going. The older stuff is getting pretty good. The cartoon stuff that they doing now getting pretty good. I like it a lot. I think it's cool. Nice little nostalgia factor. Following that, we got Resident Evil right here. Resident Evil number 1. This came out in 2009 with Wildstorm. I'm sorry. Wildstorm did this. You know how hard it is to find an actual Resident Evil comic book. I actually found this comic book. It cost $10, but I got it for like $7. It gave me like a discount, which was cool. But to be able to find these books in good shape, that's the thing. To be able to find these books in good shape, hard to do. To be able to find any video game comic book in good shape, it's pretty hard to do. In a specific store, I believe this is the one out of Duncanville, Texas. They had some Metal Gear comic books in there. And they had, I think that was the only video game comic book that they had, besides this one. Because they didn't have any Silent Hill. I was looking for Silent Hill books. Didn't have them. But I'm going to be diving into these. I don't know when I'm going to read these exactly. I got to figure out a time to read it, just to see like where to jump in at. I'm still looking for the very first books, which are the hardest books to find, but at some point I'm going to find it. Following that, a book that, this is part of my weekly reads right here, a book that I'm super excited about to hunt down. If you was in the stream, I did an interview a couple of days ago. If you was in that stream, I talked about this. We talk about Mr. Monster right here. Mr. Monster, issue number 1. This book is fun. This is going to be a great fun read. I can already tell just off the first issue. I bought it based off the name. I like Mr. Monster as a name. I think it's cool. The cover's cool. He's from a quick synopsis. It seems like, and I don't know, I got to buy the next issue to find out. I got to find the next issue. It seems like Mr. Monster is a monster hunter / scientist that makes these kind of like serums that makes him turn into certain monsters to fight monsters. You know what I mean? Like in this specific issue, I hate to spoil it. In this specific issue, he gets jabbed with a serum that he made that turned him into a vampire to kill this werewolf that he's fighting actually on the cover. But it's a comedy too, so it's pretty interesting. It's not like a hilarious comedy, but it's very subtle, and I like it. I like the idea. I think it's cool. It gives that for a modern reference, it gives more like a Ben 10 kind of vibe in a way. Ben 10 kind of Beast Boy. He can change anything he needs to make it work. You know what I mean? It gives that kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Following that, something I'm excited to get into as well. Dolomite. The super bad Dolomite. This is Marlon Wayans' comic book. Yeah, he wrote a comic book like years ago. This probably like I think 2009 or 10. He had a comic book series. That's issue number 1. Here's issue number 4 right here. And I ended up buying them. I found them on my comic shop, and I ended up getting them because I was super excited about them. I completely forgot that he'd done this series, and I was like, I gotta buy them. I bought them like without even hesitating because that's something that I wanted to read a long time ago. So I bought them all. Of course, this is gonna be a comedy. If you know about Dolomite, if you know about Dolomite, if you know about Black Dynamite, it's gonna be a thing. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a comedy for sure. I'm looking forward to that. These covers alone, I like the covers for sure. Oh, you know, I might be able to have them sign them at some point. These still torn, you know what I mean? I can get them to sign them. I think that'd be dope. Following that, man, another comic that I actually like, comedian that I like a lot. Talking about Lucille Ball. I Love Lucy. This is a Dale book. This book is old and it is falling apart. Okay. It is old. It is falling apart. It's pretty much. I'm not gonna say it's unreadable, but it's not in the best condition at all. But I found it and I had to buy it because I like Lucy. You know what I mean? Anytime I see a Lucy book, I'm gonna read it. Cause I just think it's cool. I think I Love Lucy is hilarious. If you haven't read I Love Lucy, you should. There's a bunch of comic strips in the I Love Lucy comic books, which I like the most. A lot of people don't know that she had a comic strip back in the day. And I like those comic strips. I think they're funny, just as funny as the show. If it's the character, if it's everybody that's involved in it, everybody seems the same. It's just like a mini episode of Lucy. So I bought it. Next comic book on the run is another one that I actually didn't know much about. I bought this based off the fact that not only Mad Cave, which is one of my personal favorite indie companies, made it, but I like the cover and the artwork. It's called Hola. I don't even know what that even stands for. I have issue number 2 right here of Orla, but I have issue number 1 as well. So with me having 1 and 2, I'm going to start reading it to see if it's something I actually like. The cover of issue 1 is pretty dope. I'm going to be reading that relatively soon. I'm excited about that because it's a series that when I read the cover of it, when I saw the cover, I was like, I got to get this book. Looks like a gritty Archie comic. It does. It gives off that Archie vibe, and the art style is dope. I don't know what this is about, so I'm looking forward to see. I got to see what this is about. I have to. I'm excited about that. I gotta find issue number 1. Issue number 1 is in the long box, in my closet. I got like 6 long boxes of comic books that I got to get through to actually find it, but I'm gonna find it. Next up on that, one that nobody's talking about still. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what not one gamer is talking about this. I see this game played all the time. Nobody talks about it. We're talking about Little Nightmares, issue number 2. Titan Comics put this out. I think this is the most recent comic that came out for Little Nightmares. I think this came out maybe like last week. The fact that nobody's talking about this, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I would think gamers or huge fans of Little Nightmares would have a copy of Little Nightmares, but that's not the case. I know people that don't even know this book exists. I don't know why they're not even putting it out there in the public for people to get. Maybe it came with, I don't know if it came with, if the first issue of the comic book came out with the game. Sometimes that happens where you download a game off of Steam and there's like a digital comic book that is downloaded with the game. So some people might actually have the book and don't even know. Check those files, man. Check the files. But I'm checking this out. I haven't played not one Little Nightmares game ever. I only watch people play it. It's pretty interesting. But I bought the book mainly because I feel like the books are going to get me into the game before the game actually gets me into the game. Not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna be real. Next up after that, another Mad Cave comic book that again, independent companies killing it. We're talking about Racer X. This is of course the racer out of Speed Racer. His nemesis. I got Speed Racer number 1 and 2, and when they put the Racer X series out, I was like, all right, cool. I gotta see this. I gotta see how they portray it. You know what I'm saying? Like how they, because it's one of those things where it's like Batman, Joker, but Batman had his comic book out long before Joker even had a book. You know what I mean? So now that they're actually putting the Speed Racer, the good guy versus the bad guy, and they putting them out pretty much at the same time, I'm curious on the contrast between the two. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually going to be comparing the dates as I read the books to see how they really go back and forth. I might do like a read Speed Racer number 1, then read Racer X number 1, and then go back and forth just to see how they really mesh up. I hope that they cross like that. That'd be super dope. You know what I mean? Following that, one that I've talked about on the channel a lot, I'm super excited about. Space Ghost number 4. This is volume 2. Listen, I praise this series. I praise this series a lot. Space Ghost is really, really good, man. They're doing a fantastic job on this. I talked about this all the time. Every time I mention it, I don't understand why there's not a show on this. I don't understand. This is a property that needs to be picked up for a movie. We don't need another character that is seen all over the place. Space Ghost is not seen that much. It gets overlooked. But you put it like in a TV show or a live action movie, you give it an opportunity to really shine and get more people on. To me, I think it's great. So Space Ghost number 4. Following that, another cartoon that I grew up as a kid. I'm excited about this. I haven't started these yet, but I love these other kids. We got Street Sharks. Street Sharks number 2, IDW. If you know Street Sharks, then it's Street Sharks, man. It's Jawsome. You know what I'm saying? Right? Jawsome. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Street Sharks is dope. You gotta check it out if you just nostalgia factor. You enjoy Street Sharks. Haven't heard that in a minute. It's dope. It's so cool. I love it. I haven't read these yet. This is issue 2, so that means I'm gonna start reading it, issue 1 and 2, to hope to see if it's something I want to keep pulling. I did do that with Biker Mice as well. Biker Mice from Mars. They got their own series out. I read 1 and 2. I actually read 1 through, I think they did a first small run, which is like 1 through 4, and I read those and I enjoyed those. And then they started another run. I haven't picked those up yet, so I gotta find those. But Street Sharks go hand in hand with what's it called? I forgot the name, Biker Mice. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be cool. Following that is a series that's relatively interesting to me, and I feel like a lot of people haven't talked about this, and I don't know why. Actually, I got both issues. I read issue 1. We talked about this earlier this month, but yes, I used to watch those shows when I was younger. They got a bunch of those shows out released. They got Street Sharks. They revamped that in the comic books. They got Biker Mice. They got Captain Planet is back out and about. It's another one that they did, and I can't remember off the top of my head. That's recent. But those three for sure. They definitely did those. I haven't read the Captain Planet books yet. I have them. Have not read them. But yeah, they did those too. But next one on this list, though, is one out of Oni Press. This is out of another independent company. This book is cool. And we're talking about Benjamin. All right, Benjamin. I got one. I got one as well. I got two. I bought 2 and 3 of Benjamin. This book is pretty cool. This is about an author that dies, I think, in like a hotel or something like that. I gotta reread the first one. He dies in a hotel, but he doesn't know how he died. So he's in this world because everything seems to be normal still, but he knows he died. That's the crazy thing. Like, he knows he died, but everything seems to still be normal and fun and going along. So he's trying to figure out like how'd he die and where he was when he died. Was he in the hotel that he kind of woke up in, or was he not? Like, what's going on? So it's a mystery. And it's only 3 books, which is good. The first one was pretty good. I like the artwork. I think it's cool. You're looking for something that's kind of like just different. You know what I mean? I would say Benjamin is pretty different. He's a writer, so he's like, what he's trying to do, I think, at this point is if I remember correctly, he's trying to look through the books that he written to figure out if there's something in the books that can help him identify where he was when he died at the time and stuff. It's cool. He's piecing it together. It's a unique story for sure. Following that, we just talked about this IDW issue number 2 of Black Dynamite. I'm probably going to be reading this as well as Black Dynamite at the same time. This is issue 2. I can't find issue 1. I believe I bought issue 3 as well. It's probably in the stack somewhere. We'll look at that then. This is the most time I've actually looked at this book. I haven't really had a chance to really. So some of these books I bought, and I know I bought them, but I haven't had time to actually look at these books. So this is the first time I actually had time to like see what's up with these books and check them out. Oh, by the way, listen, if there's any book that you want me to take out and actually open to see some of the artwork, let me know. I definitely will do that in the stream. I don't mind doing that. Why not? Just be doing all comic book stuff today anyway. So either way, Black Dynamite by IDW. I didn't even know this even existed. I didn't know, but I bought it off the strength of, it's Black Dynamite. You can't pass that up, man. Next one is one that this is interesting. This is one that I started. Okay, didn't finish due to the fact that there's a series before this that leads into this. And I gotta find this series first. I got to. And we're talking about Dark Oz. Number 1. This is an Arrow comic book. I was reading this the other day because I was hoping to get this on my weekly reads. And as I was reading it, I realized that they were talking about something else previous to it. And I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? And I didn't know that there was another Oz series that existed. I thought this happened took place after the movie, but like years after the movie. Like, I thought that was the first run, but it actually takes place after the series called Oz that I found. I haven't ordered those yet. I gotta order those to see what's going on. It seems to be like some turf war or something like that going on. It's a black and white book though. I gotta find that series before I actually start reading this Dark series because I think it's gonna be cool. It opens up with I don't even know if it's even Dorothy though. I think Dorothy was there. She's stuck in Oz for like years or something like that, and she's been there. So I think you take place with this other the character that you follow with another character, and it opens up with her sewing up the scarecrow. Like it's cool. All right, it's cool. I gotta find the other series though. I gotta see what happens. I'm thinking it's a war that popped off with the witch, and I gotta see. Following that, we got our Mad Cave comic book that I'm excited about. I'm excited about all these books, but I'm curious about Liquidator. This book, this cover is cool. I like the ring. I like the whole idea of this ring. It's like a powerful ring or something that she holds in her hand. It's this dragon ring that she has right here that she's holding in her hand. It's something that it does. I don't know what it does yet. I'm curious. I'm thinking it might teleport her. I have no idea. It might have different powers. I have no clue. Either way, we're gonna find out. I feel like it's gonna be one of those books where you get to find out what the ring does at the very, very end of the book. like it's just the first book is gonna be a bunch of just introducing who this is, blah blah blah, and then she's like, I'm gonna use the ring, and then the next issue you gotta wait. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, you get all this and finally get to the ring. I can't. Yeah. Next series after this. This is a book that I think is cool. I talked about this on stream before. We're talking about IDW Beneath the Trees. Beneath the Trees, no one can seize Rite of Spring. Now, the fact that this book isn't already a cartoon or a show baffles me. Okay? You're talking about a mystery murder that's going on in town, and they trying to figure out what's going on. And we talking about murder. It's not like a kiddie book this is not a book for kids. Okay, it looks like it, and it's not. That's what makes it so much better. It comes off very kid-like, but it's not at all. It's very like kids involved in this. Well, they're not necessarily kids. I can't say they're kids. They're kind of like adults or older teenagers, like 18, 19, and they're trying to figure out what's going on in town, who's murdering who is doing all the murders. It's really dope. Okay, you gotta check it out. It has blood and all that stuff in there, so if you're into that too, you gotta add that to you. But like I said, this is not. You might pick this up thinking it's a kid book, and it's not. Okay, just a heads up on that. I recommend this book to anybody. It's a good book. Following that, we got IDW Dark, which why isn't this dark? Why isn't this considered dark? But this is. Okay, IDW Dark. I mean, I guess that's the publishing company as far as like that's the branch of it. Talking about Event Horizon, Dark Descent. This is issue number 3. I like Event Horizon. I haven't read the book yet. I haven't read these yet. I've only seen the movie. The movie is cool. It's good enough for me to want to read a book about it. This is the prequel to the first crew. So we talked about this a little bit on stream before with the previous issues. If you seen Event Horizon, I believe they found like a transmission on the ship that gave some kind of context of what happened to the previous crew that was on the ship. And now we actually get to see what happened to the previous crew on the ship. So pretty cool. It's a cool prequel. It's a good idea. Following that, Pentagram of Horror, Black Caravan. Black Caravan is dope. I think it's a branch off of Vault comic books, I think. And they're doing pretty good. I like the Black Caravan books. I haven't started this yet. I'm looking forward to it. My own hell. What are we getting into? I have no idea. Issue number 1 right here. I have issue number 3, which I've been looking for issue number 2, but I can't find it. I think I bought issue number 3 mainly because the cover is so fire, and I was like, I gotta find what the rest of these are. I thought it was for a second there, I thought it was a what's it called? An anthology, but you have to have the other ones to really get it. You know what I mean? So I gotta find the issue number 2 before I start that series. I'm looking forward to that. Next up after that, I actually can't even read this cover. Oh, yes I can. I think this is actually this. You take this out. I can't read what this says. For some reason I bought it. I know what it said when I bought it, but now I don't. Okay, Laser Eraser. Press button. Laser Eraser number 1. Laser Eraser number 1. I'm gonna open it while we're here. I already took it out of the thing. Laser Eraser number 1. Press button. I don't know nothing about this. I'll be honest with you. I bought this strictly off the name. Okay, I bought this off the name. But as I look in here, I thought it would be a black and white comic book, but it's not. It actually got some color in here, which is cool. Space. I'm buying a lot of space books right now. A lot of what's it called? Sci-fi? Yeah, buying a lot of sci-fi books right now. For particular reasons, you know what I mean? But yes, I gotta see what this is about. I like the artwork of the cover. I think it's cool. And it's an Eclipse comic book. That's the thing. Eclipse comic books back in the day, they had this thing about Eclipse. There's books that had a lot of books had super heavy reads. They were like super heavy reads, and then some of them were kind of like light. You know what I mean? And fun and keep going. But the heavy reads, not saying that they were bad. It was just a lot, time. Like, this is too much. Like, can we just dial this back? We don't need all this info. You know what I mean? They tend to do that with horror books back in the day for some reason. And I got issue number 6 of Laser Eraser. I got issue number 6 right there. I don't know why I got issue number 6 and number 1. I gotta figure that out. I normally don't do that, but I don't know. I like the cover issue number 1. I figured it'd be good, so I'm hoping that it's good so I can continue to buy the rest of the ones, but up to issue number 6. We will see though. We will see. Following that, we got Frankenstein Mobster. This is the Image book. Let's see. I forgot why I bought this. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot why I bought this, but Frankenstein Mobsters. Frankenstein's a mobster? Does he eat, like, what is he, like, Sopranos? It's like, can you imagine Frankenstein as part of Sopranos? That could be a thing. Who knows? We're gonna find out soon. This is issue 0, which is great because that's, you know, who knows? I might like it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find that out. Following that, we got Return of the Living Dead, American Mythology production. This is issue number 4. I've been collecting these for a while. I haven't had the full run yet, but I'm hoping to get it relatively soon. Following that, we got Cul-de-sac number 2. Cul-de-sac number 2. This is about Bad Idea. I love this artwork. Bad Idea been doing great. They got the texture of paper that they use, that newspaper paper that they use. Love it. I think it's a good idea to go that way with comics. I feel like it's, of course, probably cheaper to do. I have no idea. But these books, this is not a small book. Books, I don't know if this is if you can tell, but the book alone, I think it's like 40 pages or something. But I have book number 1, and now I have book number 2. So I get to start reading them. I think it's a vampire story, I think. Following that, I got Speed Racer number 1. I got 2 of these actually. Accidental buy, because I forgot that I had issue number 1, but I have issue number 1 right here, and then I have another one. Who knows, that I might give away. That could be a good giveaway. I would think somebody might want Speed Racer 1. I can just give that away. Man Cave done that. After that, we got the Hero Trade. This is another Bad Idea comic book right here. The Hero Trade. Issue. There is no issue number of phase 1, so I'm assuming that means issue 1. Looking forward to checking that out. After that, Los Monstros, which I've heard about from another comic book fan. Haven't necessarily started reading these. These are Dark Horse. This is issue number 4. I got 1 and 2. I don't think I have 3 though. But these covers are cool. The artwork inside was cool. I checked that out from the first issue. Gotta buy them. You know what I mean? I gotta start reading a lot of these books too. I got way more books than I thought. We ain't getting into that. Anyway, next comic book after that, we got Starship Troopers Classic. Starship Troopers number 1. I got a bunch of Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers Director's Cut. This is Blades of Glory. This is issue number 1 as well of that run, because they came up with different runs. Next issue after that is from one of my favorite writers. This is an IDW comic book. We're talking about Remains, written by Steve Niles. Steve Niles, man, this dude. I've recently realized that I have a lot of his books, and a lot of his books that I have had, I've enjoyed them. Steve Niles, when it comes to horror, that's pretty much all he writes is horror comic books. So I'm a big fan. Following that, we got Starship Troopers number 1 again. This is a different volume. This is Dead Man's Hand. Following that, we have a Clive Barker book, Dark Horse. This is called Primal. This is issue number 1. It's 1 of 2. I got issue number 2 right here. Primal. I don't really have a lot of Clive Barker's books or movies. He's a horror director, and he's done things like Nightbreed and
I can't think of the other ones that he did off the top of my head, but he's a legend. Yeah, Hellraiser. Yeah, Hellraiser. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Hellraiser. Yeah, which I think I have some of those books. I think, could be wrong, but he's done those movies and did the comic books right here. He got more comic books I think than he has movies, but I could be wrong. We'll find out about that at some point today. But I gotta see. I don't really have a lot of his books. I have a Nightbreed. I know that. I never read it, or watched the movies. But I was sure I came across his name from there. Okay, cool, gotcha. I don't know why I struggled with that. That was crazy. But yeah, he got some comic books out. Got to check them out. See what's going on. I gotta read Primal. I gotta see. It was on sale. I ain't gonna lie, so I had to get it. So now we're gonna actually get to a lot of the heavier stuff that I've been wanting to show and open. We're gonna start out kind of simple first. We're gonna go with the All Negro Comics. This is a comic book, the America's first black comic book. What it is it's a comic strip of old comic books drawn by black people, which is cool. I like it a lot. I don't know how they got to obtain all these and put them out. Who did this? Image? Yeah, Image. Image did this, and they found a bunch of them, and I thought it was interesting. I was like, I gotta get it. I didn't even hesitate. I didn't even look inside. I didn't really care what was inside. I was like, I gotta check it out. And this would be something that I feel like I will probably be talking a lot more, because they have a lot of different comic strips in here, and they got the older ones in the front, of course, and then the newer ones in the back, like some of the newer ones anyway. So we get to find out what's going on with these. I'm curious about this. This is gonna be super dope. Looking forward to getting more into that. And then just yesterday, I might be the only one that thinks this is cool. I think I'm such a nerd. I think this is the coolest thing ever. I actually got Alex Gardner's 28 Days Later screenplay in the mail. Now, this, if you've been here before, okay, you know I've talked about 28 Days Later. It's my favorite movie of all time, and I believe, but it's not. I don't know where it is. I didn't think about this. I thought it would be in here somewhere, but I don't have it near me. But I do have 28 Years Later screenplay as well. But this came in yesterday. It's literally word for word what the movie is. It has the pictures and everything from time to time to show you exactly where they are in the movie. There's literally no more than just the script. And I'm such a big fan of this movie that I'm literally buying the script, buying damn near everything I can find on this movie. It is my favorite movie of all time. Period. When it comes to not just horror movies, I'm talking about period. And following that, I was on the road and I ended up getting the 28 Years Later. The Essential Fan Guide is not 100% official, but it's a fan guide to the movie. I found this in the store randomly, and I was like, Barnes & Nobles. I was in Barnes & Nobles, and I wasn't even looking to buy anything, but I randomly saw this, and I was like, I gotta check it out. And what it is just a bunch of a fan made this out of London, I think, and they talk a little bit about the movie and the characters of where they are now. What inspired the movie, or what took when movies came out that the 28 Days Later inspired, and it jumps all the way up to present to talk about the 28 weeks later, as well as the 28 years later. It tells you where the characters in the movie were at the time and where they are now. It does a lot. It breaks a lot down. This is literally just some fan shit. There's people that are really big fans of that movie, of the series, such as they made it. It's something that I feel like I will make, being a big fan, but I just didn't do it. So this is pretty cool to do it. If you enjoy those movies, I would recommend it. It's pretty cool, you know what I mean? To know that there's people that's like that. All right. How about we keep it on zombies for a second? I think Lace is gonna like this because this is something that I didn't expect to find, but I bought it. This is a hardcover I don't really buy a lot of hardcovers, but I bought this because I'm too big of a fan of the game not to get it. We talk about the Dead Island 2 art book. Now, I didn't know that I would find this at Barnes & Nobles. Okay, I didn't know that this would just be sitting on the shelf. I knew it existed, but I didn't know that I can buy it in person. Thanks for reminding me. We got to play it again. We have to play it again. I bought this and I was like, I got to show stream. And I thought about you, like, so like we got to play it again to get through it. But this, yeah, I didn't know that this even existed. It is a little damaged up top, which I was not the biggest fan of. A little like wrinkle right there, which I'll show at that. I'm gonna take this out of the plastic though. Dark Horse did this, which is cool. We're gonna open this on stream so we can actually see what's inside this book. I'm not just gonna show y'all this. The stuff coming up next, I'm not just gonna show y'all. I'm gonna open it. It is a little damaged though, which kind of sucks. It is the corner of the book. It's the cover of the book. I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? It was the only copy that they had in there. Let's get to this. Let's open this up. They got the blood splatter on there. I don't know if y'all can tell. This is where it's messed up at right here. Just fine. It is what it is. This book is what, maybe 2 years old at this point? So I don't expect it to be perfect. But yeah, this is cool. I have not even opened it. I wonder what this looks like. You got the dude down here. You got all these. Oh, this is dope. All right, let's open this real quick. See what this is about. Captioned by Alex Calvin. Dude. Okay. What is this? Table of contents tell you. Okay, this is pretty much all the levels or worlds in the game. You got the graphics, the level maps, the marketing, and the weapons. Look at this. And this is the game footage. This is not a makeup artist right here. This is the game. That's crazy. The characters right here. Oh man. This is gonna be. I've been wanting an art book for a while. It's not a lot of art books that I actually want specifically, but to have a Dead Island art book is cool. I would hope that they have some of the older Dead Island stuff in here, which would be cool if they did. But another art book that I want is the Dead Space book. I had the choice between this and the Dead Space book. I'll be honest with you, I do see the Dead Space book a lot more than I see this, so I had to get this. I got the characters in here. I'm just jump forward here. Level designs. Oh man, this is part of the Monarch Studios part. The Butcher. See, they have the name and everything of the character, which is cool as hell. Oh, this is gonna be something I'm gonna be looking at for a while. That's cool. I'm too quiet to even like. I'm locked in, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Dylan? That's his name? Come on. Oh man. Okay. All right. Oh, so they talk about this. Now these are in the game and I have no idea why they're there. Okay, hold on a second, y'all. I'm gonna take this call real quick and I'll be right back. This is kind of important. Hold on a second. Yes. Art of Dead Island 2. We will be getting back on Dead Island 2. When? I'm not 100% sure, but as you can see, Lace, we're gonna be on it at some point. I do miss playing Dead Island 2 too. I do miss it. I think that game is amazing. So the artwork of Dead Island 2, what's this? Oh, this is the back of the book. Is this a wraparound cover? Hold on. It kinda is. Not necessarily, but it is. It is, but it's not. It is, but it's not. This is cool, man. I'm at some point like I'm gonna be looking for this because this is the thing. I bought this mainly because I finished writing 3 of the 5 comic books that I'm writing, and I'm about to start looking for an artist. And so when it comes to looking for artists, I like looking at a bunch of artwork. I like reading a bunch of books. to figure out the art style that I want to specifically fit for the comic book. At the same time, come up with some kind of references that I can give the artist so they can kind of figure out what I really want to their style, to fix it, to make the book be what it is. I'm writing some horror books, so I've been buying a lot of horror stuff as usual. But I feel like I can look at this and find something that I really want to put in the book as far as like aesthetic. I mean, not aesthetic, but artistic wise, the style that I want. And who knows? Maybe not. But it's just a cool book to have for a reference point. You know what I mean? Get the mind thinking about different things, about what I want. You know. This is on the back of the book. This is kind of cool. This is just a promo sheet. I can dig it. That is Dead Island 2 art book. Now, this next one that we got coming up, we're gonna stick with the zombies for a little bit. We already here in the zombies, so we might as well just stick to it. Now, I don't think I've ever showed y'all this. I've had this for a long time. I don't think I've ever showed y'all this. If I did, it was a long time ago, and I've been wanting to show this for a while again because I think it's cool. But it is the Night of the Living Dead. This is the 50th year collection. It's been past 50 years. I've had this for a while. This is the 50th year collection of Night of the Living Dead. I like this collection. I haven't opened it in a while, so I don't necessarily remember what's in there. But I'm a big fan of Night of the Living Dead. I think Night of the Living Dead is possibly one of the arguably top 5 horror movies of all time. If not top 10. To me, it's probably top 3 somewhere of all time. It still holds up to this day. This is the whole box set. I bought this a long time ago. I think I got this for my birthday, and it included a bunch of stuff in there. It included, I'm about to show y'all what included. Why would I tell y'all? I'm about to show you. This is a pretty decent case. It's not nothing. It's hard. It's really good cover for this. Like I said, I've had it for years. It might have like a little damage on it as far as the case goes, but it's all good. This right here is a Night of the Living Dead. I think this is like a, it seems like it's just a flyer for the most part. This came out in 2018, I think. That's what it seems like. That's when they was talking about dropping the Blu-ray. So that's October 2018 flyer kind of thing. I think it's going back into theaters at that time. I think that was the time it went back to theaters. Then they got screenshots of some from the film itself, which I think was cool. I was doing like that, which I think was super dope. I think this is just like kind of stuff that I like enjoy about collecting old horror stuff, or old horror movies, or when it comes to like the Criterion collection, they have stuff like this in the movie that I think is cool. And I think it's cool. More screenshots right here. They won't stay dead, y'all. They will not stay dead. I love all these, man. The fact that I haven't hung these up and framed them is crazy. I'm like I said, but I rarely open this, and this is like just the beginning of like the stuff that I collected from this movie. Because I do have the vinyl set. I have the vinyls back there. I don't know if I've ever shown y'all the vinyls. The horror movie vinyls that I have a lot of them, and this is one of them. I think this set of the vinyls that I have, I think they glow in the dark, I think, which is cool. And I know I talked about it being comic books tonight. Gotta bleep that out. Gotta do like that. But we're going to this right here is the graphic novel of the movie. I think it's scene for scene graphic novel of Night of the Living Dead. If I can get this out of here without damaging it, that'd be great. This is heavy, dude. This is the only graphic novel that I have with a case, which is with a decent case either way. Like, this is cool. It is literally the movie. I haven't opened this in forever, so I'm trying not to bend it crazy. Let me keep doing it backwards like that. It's so crazy, yo. Oh my god, I have to sit down and read this. Is the thing is, it's not like a crazy heavy read or anything like that. But the thing is that I think it's literally scene for scene of the movie, and I'd be interested to check this out to see if that to make sure that that's what that is. They did a run of these in the single issues as well, but this is the paperback graphic novel, and then it included after that it included the Blu-ray, the Criteria collection, which I just talked about, which has like interviews and stuff in there from the movie. I've probably watched this 2-3 times and listened to the interviews and stuff. It's pretty interesting stuff on here, man. You get interviews with George Romero and stuff like that, which is kind of cool due to the fact that at that time I think he passed maybe like when did he pass, y'all? I can't remember. When did George Romero pass? Wasn't that like, let me see. Now I gotta know. Oh, in 17, yes, because it was a year after he passed. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it was like sometime around this. So he passed the previous year of this coming out, and it was just cool at the time to be able to get this. And I think they released it on Halloween. I think it was a whole thing, so it was pretty cool, man. I'm glad I was able to pick this up. At the time, it was in the store. I don't think you can find this anywhere in the store anymore. If you can, I would highly recommend grabbing it. The graphic novel in there, I gotta read it. I think it's cool. I know I'm gonna put the top on this, but I gotta remember to read it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm automatically gonna remember that I have it, because I opened this. And I sometimes I'll pick it up and I'm like, why is it so heavy? And I keep forgetting that it's actually a graphic novel. So I gotta check that graphic novel out. I gotta read it and see what's going on. You know what I mean? Hopefully I can include it in the weekly reads. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, let's keep it moving, man. I'm not gonna say that we're done with zombie stuff, because we're not. We got we got more. I'm trying to do this in a good order. Let's do the next zombie thing. Let's just get the zombies going, man. We got Zombie 2. Now, we talked about Zombie 1. I got Zombie 1 up top, actually. Let me go get that down real quick. Now, if you've seen my stream before, if you've seen my YouTube before, if you haven't followed me on YouTube, I did an unboxing of Zombie 1. I did an unboxing of this. It's a whole set in here, a whole depiction of, I don't know if it's off the movie or based off the movie or not, but I opened this on stream maybe like 2 months ago, something like that. Open it up. This is Zombie number 1, whole set. And this time I got Zombie 2. Now this time is different than that. I actually have this case. This is this cool ass case, man. This is just a case. I ended up getting the trade this time instead of getting single issues. The single issue run of Zombie was actually out of stock when I went in and got it. I bought this from Vinegar Syndrome. If you know about Vinegar Syndrome, they are an amazing company that supports a lot of indie titles when it comes to horror stuff, or just movies in horror. I mean, not horror, but just indie movies in general. They support a lot of different like creative stuff that you never really seen or hear about, and all the movies that like people tend to forget about. They bring those back and they put them out and sell them on DVD, Blu-ray, stuff like that, so people can actually see them and give them a chance to check it out. And they do the same thing with these comic books. They end up putting their own comic book company out or sponsor a comic book company, and they ended up putting series out that surround classic horror movies that people tend to forget about, such as Zombie. I'm looking forward to actually reading this because the artwork in here is cool. They give you a bookmark in there as well. I keep doing that. My bad, y'all. I don't know why I keep doing it like that. Bookmark, which is cool. Which, I mean, I don't know if I ever need a bookmark in here because I'll probably knock this whole book out. But the artwork in here is cool. I really like the artwork in these books. I haven't necessarily started reading any of these. I need to. Because I just really want to give it a chance and see what's going on. Because I mean, I'm looking at it and I have no idea what's going on. It goes, I don't remember this ever happening in the movie. because it was a movie that came out called Zombie. If you know about it, you know about it. And I don't know what happened, but I looked in there just now. I saw a bloody gorilla. I don't know what's going on. Okay, but it seems like a gorilla is fighting a zombie. I don't know, but I'm curious about what's going on. These covers and these sleeves on these books, though, are amazing. I think they're really good. This is an official sequel to the film, but we're gonna see what's going on with this at some point. I'm hoping that I actually get to let y'all know what's popping with this. I'm hoping I can include this into a weekly read. I need to really, because the thing is, when it comes to graphic novels, for me personally, I own only 1,000 of these print. When it comes to graphic novels, for me and personally, I don't really dive into them necessarily. I used to, but I don't now, and I don't know why. But I gotta figure out which one. I gotta start doing that. I gotta pick it up. So that was Zombie right there. Now I would say that's all the zombies that we talking about. Okay, I got 3 more items to show y'all. One is a graded book, one is a hardcover book, and one is a set unboxing. All right, let me do this real quick. All right. First up, we're going to talk about this hardcover copy of book right now. This book right here, I talked about this on stream before, and I can't believe that we didn't really dive into it. I always bring it up and never really talk about it. This is pretty much my hunt list for comic books. A lot of people wonder, how did you know about this? How did you find out about this book? Or where did you even find this book from? As far as like, how did you know these comic books even existed? And it's mainly because of this book right here, Half-Tone Horrors. Now, I've talked about a little bit about this book before. Nathan Hammond did this book. He did an amazing job on this book. Literally, this book is comic book series. It's literally a comic books, not comic book series, but it's literally a hardcover book, more of a graphic novel, I guess, that tells you about horror movies that made comic books. As you see, the history of horror movie comic books is really dope. If you open it up right here, you can pretty much pick any horror movie that was any old comic book, any old horror movie that came out has a comic book pretty much attached to it for the most part. Definitely the mainstream ones, Fright Night has a whole series to it. Nightmare on Elm Street has a whole series to it, and it talks about all those books in here. Hellraiser right here. Clive Barker, you were right, Lace. Hellraiser has its own series right here. Let's see who else is in here. It's a lot of books in here. Pinheads right here. They got another Hellraiser book right there. Ghostbusters, they got their own series right here. Nightmare on Elm Street, I just mentioned that. They got the Dr. Giggles, which I got. Got the Child's Play run in here. They talk about that. The Puppet Master run, which I'm actually hunting down. I'm trying to find the Puppet Master run. I'm trying to. I found a downloadable copy of it, but I want the paperback as well. I gotta check those out. I'm probably end up reading the digitals and then buying these, because the Puppet Master had a lot. Got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre throughout here, so it really talks about that kind of the Reanimator right there. I believe this is the Night of the Living Dead copy that I have. I believe this is the graphic novel right here, or the Toxic Avenger, of course. The graphic novel that I just showed, I believe, is this run. So it's something that like I would look at when I bought it. When I heard about it, I bought it and I looked through it and I was like, I want all of these. Well, I ain't gonna say all of them. Some of them I don't care about, but I want this this is my hit list right here. You know what I'm saying? When you jump into certain series like Army of Darkness and an Evil Dead series, the Evil Dead series pretty much is everything when it comes to horror comic books, because Ash is in almost every run of horror comic books that you are going to come across. He's encountered everybody. And I thought that was cool. He still is doing it to this day, I believe. But I just think this whole book is just cool to be able to have and obtain if you're just a fan of comic books, specifically horror comic books. I wish they would do this with video games. I wish they would make another one with video games where it's just a comic book based off the what is it? The history of horror movies, the history of video game comic books. I wish they would do that. That'd be cool. I would buy that too. Now this book is old. This is the Species series that I just got done reading. This book, Blair Witch. I got some of those. This series is old. This is an older series, older book. This book came out maybe, let's see, when did this come out? In 2022. I thought it was older than that. I feel like I got it before that. But 2022, this book right here came out, and I can't find it anywhere. I ordered it off the website initially, so I don't know where you can get this from. Maybe like an eBay thing you can probably get this off of. I don't know where you can find it anywhere else. The website, I don't think they sell these anymore. I can't even remember the website that I got it from. I found out about it through a podcast that I listened to called Dead Air Podcast. Shout out to Lydia Peaver. She told me about it, and I bought it immediately. So, I highly recommend this. There's books in here, like I said, throughout this whole book that the series out here, it's series throughout this whole book that you don't know about even exist, about having a comic book series attached to it. And usually those comic book series attached to a horror movie tells you more about the horror movie as far as like the characters go, or it connects pieces that you don't know even existed. That helps you understand the movie better. It's just really good, you know what I mean? So it got Dust Till Dawn on here, it got The Freaks on here. It's got a bunch of movies in here. I think it said 500 titles, I think. Let's see here. You're featuring over 500 titles, and it includes every cover of the books. It's dope. It's worth it. If you can find this, it's worth getting. Highly recommend it. Super dope. Halftone horror. Now, let's get to this box set. Actually, let's get to this graded book that I bought. Now, this graded book, man, I've talked about this on stream before. I talk about a lot of this stuff because I be excited when I get it, so I just tell y'all off the rip. This graded book is super dope, man. I'm excited about this. Nobody really fucks with this book like that, I guess. I don't know. I am a fan. Okay? You're talking about The Tap Dance Killer, issue number 2, signed. I was looking for issue number 1. I ran out of time to get issue number 1, at least the cover that I wanted. But issue number 2 had Punchline on the cover. This is a comic book from Heroes of Tomorrow. If you have not read Tap Dance Killer, I highly recommend this book. This book is really fun, man. This is a cool book, unique, different, just something creative, man. I'm for it, and I think it's dope. You follow what's her name? St. Clair, I think is her name. And she was a tap dancer. She was an actress. But then at one point she gets hypnotized, I believe, to actually, she was playing a role of a murderer in a play. And then she gets hypnotized into actually being that role, like becoming that character. And so now she commits a murder, and now she's trying to get away, and now she finds a whole group of people that were also like in this group of like killers, yet they help people. It's weird. It's cool. It's cool. It's weird. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Tap Dance Killer. She ends up, her teammate Punchline, who you see here, is a boxer. That was the same thing. He was a boxer, and then he got hypnotized, and he accidentally killed somebody. He became the killer. He becomes a killer, and he joins this group of killers. And then they all are a team of killers, pretty much. It's kind of cool. But they're trying to find out how to stop the person that hypnotized them. They're trying to break the curse that he put on them. That he put on them, which is kind of cool. But yes, Tap Dance Killer, number 2, signed by Ted. I think this is super dope. I like it. I'm going on collection at some point. I don't know when. I might do this. I might end up hanging all my graded books on the wall. I was literally talking to my wife about this, hanging up all my graded books on the wall so y'all be able to see them. I think that'd be pretty cool. It'd be all over here, and I'll move the camera over there so y'all be able to see. But that's the graded book that I got. Now we're gonna get to the grand finale, which is a couple months ago when I opened up Zombie 2. I ended up getting Maniac 2 at that time, and then I ended up getting Maniac 1 recently, and we're going to be opening this on stream. Now, Maniac 1 movie exactly, I'm not 100% sure, but this series is cool. I haven't read them yet, of course, because I haven't opened them, but we're going to open this together. I'm looking forward to it because I've been meaning to open it. So let's get to this, man. Let's get to it. Take the sleeve off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's Maniac. You can't. I mean, come on. It's classic. This movie is a classic, bro. Check out the back. Vinegar Syndrome down there. Vinegar Syndrome Publishing. You know what I mean? You can dig it. That's the cover right there. Oh, I didn't even know that. Yo, look at that, yo. They look like this until they meet him, and then they look like that. They're like this. It's like, okay. All right, let's see. I didn't know they did that. All right. So check it. You got four issues right here. Each one are sleeved up differently. So we're gonna take one. We're just gonna open them up one at a time. Just like we did the first one. All right. I believe these are in order. Let me see. I can't tell if they are. We're gonna find out as we open them. Yeah, we're going to find out as we open them. Got my little knife right here. Gotta be careful. Front cover right here. Let's turn to the back. Back cover right there. But these sleeves are these books are individually wrapped with these sleeves on it. And then they got them in plastic. I'm trying to be careful, of course, opening these. Okay. All right. Just out of here, trash. Alright. Oh wow. Okay. Yo. So each book comes with, of course, in the nice sleeve, and then it comes with, I believe, 3 bookmarks in each one, and then 2 still photos on each one as well. This is a mini comic, it looks like. This tells about, we had this in the last one. It tells a little bit about the artist or the creator of the book, which is cool. You can dig that. Let's put these over here real quick. This is a card, a trading card. Oh, I forgot we got trading cards. I should see which all of them I got. I probably sleeve these. That's what I will probably end up doing. The trading card, which is cool. That's so fire, man. Jeez, man. This is a panel from the book, I'm assuming. I like this, man. I liked it. Here's another trading card right here. We got 2 trading cards this time around. Mama made me do it. On the bottom there, I don't know if y'all can see that. I'll move it up some. Focus camera, come on. It's not focusing. I should move them up a lot closer so I can actually see them. That's gonna be a good idea. I mean, why not? The book is right here. This is the actual book right here, which is cool. I like this cover a lot, man. You don't really say who the cover's by, but it has people involved in it for sure. Stefan Ramono. Let's check out this book, man. Oh man, it ain't. The freshness of the pages is crazy.
artwork in here. We gotta be careful. I mean, there's nudity in this book. I gotta be careful, but this is cool. I don't know what issue number this is though. It doesn't say. I'm assuming this is issue 1. We shall find out though. So that is the first one that we're gonna open today. We got 4 more. If I can put these back in the sleeve without messing it up, that'd be great. I'm worried, man. I don't want to mess this up. This book is too perfect. You know what I mean? Let's put this in here. I'm sure, like when I do the deep dive, as far as like the what's it called, the weekly reads on these, we'll talk about a lot more about them. Right now we're just doing the unboxing of these things. Let's do this. It's the next one right here that we got. I believe that is the New York Ripper, I believe. On the back there. Let me turn this down. Oh, wait, let me fix this. I get messed up again on me. So here we go on this. Check this out. Oh yeah. I'm going to go down here, line. Try not to cut this book open. There we go. All right. I got you, Lace. I got you, Lace. This. I'm just trying to be careful on opening these. I don't want to mess these up. All right. Oh. All right. Let's get to this right here. Show this off real quick. Here goes the cover. I mean the cards right here. What's that say? The Quack of the Ripper. Which is another comic book series. I believe they have a comic book series for that Night Ripper series. But I'm not 100% sure. I think they do though. But it's something that you get out, check off on Vinegar Syndrome and check that out. Oh, look at that. Oh man. Crazy, man. This is another one right here. Just an interview kind of piece right there. With a still. This still is great. That's a great still right there. Let's get to this cover. This is the back cover right here. Look at the front. Booyah. Oh man, this is issue number 2 right here. Dude, look at this, man. Oh my God. I gotta be careful again. We probably gotta refrain from opening these books on stream. I don't know, man. You're gonna get reported. There's a passerby. What are you opening? And it's a whole thing. Got 2 more books out here. Open these 2. Check them out. If I can put these in there. There we go. Got a couple more. Alright. That is that. Let's see. Next one. Oh, this looks insane. Look at this, dude. Like this sleeve is crazy. The back of this is crazy. Oh man. Alright, I gotta open this now. I gotta see what's going on with this cover. I don't know what this cover looks like. I'm super curious. I've seen this movie a couple times. I own it on DVD, on Blu-ray. I don't know why I haven't watched it sooner, but just like I'm probably gonna end up watching the movie first again before I actually start reading the books.
I don't know if it takes place before or after. I don't know if it even tells you. I don't think it tells you. Dang, this one's kind of difficult to open. There we go. I will say, anybody that likes comic book, this is a perfect gift for them, man. This gift is perfect gift for them. All right. Check out these cards. One card right there. Ooh, yeah. The next one. I hate that it's not like blurry. I gotta see how to fix that. The bookmark right here. Oh man, that's cool. That's cool. Interview again right here. Kill me later. Quick interview. Prince. It's too fire, man. Too fire, yo. Here is the book right here. Here's the back of the book. Look at the ribbon up the guts, man. What? Here's the front right here. Boom. That's hard, man. Issue number 3 right here. That's hard. I think we opening these in order. Okay, I don't think they out of order, so that's pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that first one didn't have the number of what issue that was on it, so I was kind of worried. I didn't want to open up the third one. I didn't want to open them up too much out of order and nothing like that. But at some point, it's like, all right, let's just open. I'm not opening the books, y'all. I'm not opening the books. There's already enough on there, if you know what I mean. We're gonna try to refrain from doing that, okay? I already got it. I'll fix it in post. I'll fix it in post. I'll blur out some stuff in post. All right. Last one right here. Last one right here. Very last one. Let's check it out and see what we got here. This one looks a little different. I don't know what it is about it. It looks a little different though. Could be tripping on. Let me see. Let's see what's in here. Okay. Can't get too excited. I want to rip this thing open. Maybe it would have been helpful if I opened these before I streamed. Yo, what's up, bro? What's up, man? How you doing, Zero? What's up, dog? All right, let's get it. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. We got card number 1 right here. Doing well, thanks. Bro, we gotta get back on Dead Island, bro. We gotta get on Dead Island again. Card number 2 right here. There's the bookmark right here. I can't show that. Oh, I can't show that. We're chilling all weekend. Absolutely, yeah. We'll make that happen for sure. For sure. Got this print right here. And here is the book right here. I like this cover though, man. I ain't gonna front. This is the back of the book right here. I say the back because you got an ass out, but that's the back of the book. This is the front. Oh, this is cool. Yo, Pat. Amazing work, bro. Amazing work, bro. This is the front cover right here. This is, wait, oh, this is just an art book. This ain't even a comic. What? This is the pencil work and all that stuff. Oh man, I thought this was another book. This is fire, yo. What? So they show all the pencil art and stuff in here in this book for I guess for the first 3. Yo. That I didn't know that was even in here. That's fire. Didn't know had no idea that was in there. I thought it was another book, yo. Wow. I got 2 art books today. 2 art books. One Dead Island 2 art book, and then I got this art book that I didn't even know was in here. I gotta check this out. This is going. I'm hoping to be able to include this in a weekly read soon. I'm trying to figure out where it fits in. Of course, it's got to be in the mood to do it. But that's hard. All right then. Damn. They show that yo Vinegar Syndrome. We need more sets like this. We need more sets like this. And the thing I say that. Granted, I haven't read the books to know if they're actually good or not. To be honest with you, but I don't doubt that I don't think they're bad at all. But I gotta check these out. I gotta see if it's something I enjoy, because I feel like even if I don't enjoy them, the artwork alone is impressive. You know what I'm saying? So if for some reason I don't like the story, I'm like the artwork, and I like the case that they put these things in. Like, this ain't no cheap case. This is they really put some time and effort in it. It looks super cool, bro. This stuff is this is impressive, bro. This is super impressive, man. I think I paid maybe $40 for this, maybe. And dude, this is like a $70 deal right here. I ain't gonna front. This is easily worth $70. This right here, for sure. And the fact that I got both of them now, I got both of them, man. That's hard. Come on, man. Come on, man.